How's it going, traders? So I just did half of the video without recording my sound or having the wrong unit connected. It reset it to the original one, so I'm gonna restart the video, but I'm not gonna redraw. We're trading Tuesday, last day of September, September 30th. And we have Solana 3-minute candles. And essentially what we've seen is the overshoot, the new high, and the break into the new high perhaps on here. On this channel, the last thing that happened on Monday. And I also said in my recording that didn't have any sound is that basically I probably will shorten down the video, so try to either by preparing a bit more or not taking the whole day, the whole 24 hours, but taking like 16 or 12 hours depending on the day. But we're starting here. There are no real trades, but you get a new lower high, or as I would take this trade probably. It's perfectly within, it's off the key entry point. Maybe you can wait for this bar. You can't take this trade. It's not a second entry, it's a first entry. But you do get a higher, and then yeah, you can actually do this. Why am I even? You can take this trade as well, or you can entry off this bar. This works. Yeah, it's my bad. The new low, first entry, second entry. It's not. It's so close to being a good bar, but this one I will mark green. But we get break, get a new low, and now we'll get a new market structure. Our goal is always to identify the current market structure and react from it accordingly. So what we would see if it would be a reversal to the upside would be something sharp here, and it would take out this easily. It would take out this high, this lower high. We get a new lower high, and then we can expect something else. We see this, we see a test, one test, two test, three test, also first entry, second entry. It's a huge signal bar. I don't really like it, but the only reason I marked the lower RR here, you can maybe extend it to here, but around here, is because the range, right? Because the new market structure for us, we see it here. If you're quick by identifying, it is a market. The new market structure is the range here. Get a triple test. You can take out a bit of the profit here, set your stop loss to break even, and try to go for a runner. Try to get something more. Like at least 1.5, right? You want something out of this. You want a good trade. We pushed a new extreme, new low. Did not mark anything here, but you could say that this is how it looks. These are the structures or the channels. Break, new low, maybe something new, but there's no push up, guys. There's no hard push up. We can't go long. There's no, I didn't find any trades here. I would probably skip this to see how it's not really doing anything. There might be some, if you want some entries for some scalping longs here, I would not, but I mean, you could, I don't know, can you, like, can you redraw like a new, like something like this? Yeah, you can probably. I do like this. Percentage long, second entry. It's not a good bar. I would just skip most of this. You can take trades if you're an advanced trader, but I'm not that advanced. But you have this channel, you break it. get a new high, you know that you will have um, a new market structure. You identify it, it pushes down to this level again. But I would not say that because you had two other structures after the range here. I would not say that you can keep drawing the range over here. I would not do that. It's a risky move. Get the push down. And you could say, let's see here. I guess it's a lower high maybe. This is advanced trade. But if this was a second entry along failure, you could take this because you had your uptrend. The downtrend, you push below it. First entry. Maybe you could take this. I just marked this. It's also advanced trade. It's a bit from the DMA. I don't like it. You can take it. And here you don't know how the range will work. You can't go long here. I think there's no long, but there's so many tests. I can mark it for you. This is a good bar. You can take this one. Scalp it out. And maybe you'll find a trade there. We do get a new high. You could see like this could be a new floor and you can maybe take this. I might mark this as well. This is a little bit off the chart, that's why I marked in green. It's the green bars are basically contextual and maybe some for more advanced trading, not trades I would necessarily find. Same thing with this one. Such a good trap here. But it's not the right context in my opinion. You did not get the new high here. So you don't know, it might push higher, so I don't want to mark this for a short. That's it. Because it might push higher. But you start to see a new structure. Nothing really. Just pushing down. It's tight bars pushing lower. But here again, the reason I marked this one is because you heard me talk about it's got outside the range and inside range again, and it's off the EMA and the channel. So this is outside. Yeah, it's not even outside here, so this is just too perfect. It's not a second entry short, but if you look at the 2 minute, for example, I like to do this sometimes because when it's not the cleanest trade, but you see here, oh, it pushed down. But then it got back up, and here the trader stepped in, and it's so good. It just pushes lower, and here you see the clean over or the break. The break, you saw the break and the new low. So that's why, yeah, it's a little bit subjective. I know it's not super amazing, but here you also see break, overshoot, and then new low. Um, so here we'll have a new start of a new market structure, perhaps. First entry. So maybe you can take. I would not even mark this, but first entry. Boom. Second entry. Maybe you can take this, but it's a little bit far off. I mean, it's not that far, of course, but I would like it to be wicking down here to take this trade. And it's not, I mean, what do you take of this signal bar? It's not much you can take of it. Can mark it though, but don't like it. You see it working higher. Really just breaking and push. Nah, no, it's nothing much here. I mean, essentially it might be even be using the top of the range as support now. New low, first entry. It's triple test. I can mark this one, but it's not good signal bar. I will not mark it. You see, not that many good trades today. It's like a few, or yesterday. It's just a few trades here and there. But I essentially just identifying these trends is your goal. Nothing really. You see it works. It breaks new or test a new low. First entry. It's a bad signal bar, but you can definitely try this one. There's no real structure, but the latest structure is the long. First entry, second entry. And you get the new high. First entries, yeah, I actually think that you can take this. But the reason I marked this level is because that's the previous day low. I just marked the previous day low, previous day high to see where we're at. So you have to take it a bit easy, but it is good. Where was I? First entry pushes down. Oh yeah, here's actually. I missed this one. You can't take it. Sorry. Yeah, there's no really. No, there's no good trades here. Get a new low from previous day. This is a key level. You just have to respect sometimes, but you don't have to necessarily react from it because some days it will just push down. Um, so essentially what you've seen from all today is that you get this push high, first entry, second entry, and here's a good signal bar. You can take it. Because here you don't necessarily have this. Maybe you can create this on this channel that I'm marking now. You can create it on this bar perhaps because that's the first time you actually see it being created necessarily or really. Um, you also get these nice wicks here. Means that bulls are stepping in at the key level. Um, oh, sorry, I don't know how I'm drawing this. There it is. You can scalp 1.5. And here you see here, you get the reaction. First entry down. Second entry. Oh, that is so nice. Everything just turns out perfectly. And here I'm gonna try to figure out how can you hold the runner. So here, holding for a runner here doesn't work. But holding for a runner here only works because you break this. You break the channel. You don't actually break it here. So during this bar or here, when this bar ends, you take it here perhaps. You have to take it unless this bar pushes up. But waiting to this, you will be out. So only a runner when it comes to runner, I don't leave more than 30% of the trade. Let's say I exit 70% at 1.5, and then just leave the rest for runner. So this time it doesn't work. And in this tight range, and it's kind of, you see the rejection here. Can't really go for it, but here you don't see a rejection here, so you don't know yet. You have to react, not predict. So here you can see, take half, or take 70%, sorry. It pushes above this, so you know it's a new high, but you don't see the high yet. It doesn't push lower, there's no like bar that finishes below this one. So here, after this bar, you put your stop loss, boom, break even. And what you do is wait for the first bar. There you go. 3.37. Obviously, you can see, oh, there's a lot of weakness here. You exit here. You just have to react. What is the market doing? That's it. And here, after this, you would see a new high, and you would perhaps expect the market to reverse on you. But you see here, 1 second, here, you start to see, well, here, this is a lower or higher low, sorry, higher low. Actually, I don't like the new high. I like the higher high. Yeah, there we go. I like the higher high, but it's a new high, right? And a higher low. You know that? Yeah, it might push further up then. First entry, new high, nothing. Can you greed in something here? This is very greedy, in my opinion, but can you look on the 1 minute? Because you know that the trend is so strong now, and we did not get a new structure, so we can look for new trades here. First entry, second entry, you can take it. But here you see it. There's a break, but you know then you will get a new high if we get this bar. If you look at this bar, this small big wick bar, or not big, but this very small bar here, 19 minutes past 9. If you're very active here, I would not take this trade because I am out of the market, but I'm sleeping. But the only way you take this, if it strikes through both EMA and a trend channel, that's when you take it. You will have to stay in this trade for, well, not that much, but it's quite a lot of bars, right? But you do get out with that. And can leave for runner because you do see the big push here. But you do get out here. And you get out fully, well, here. So you get a little bit more, you do. You have to appreciate that those small. Fully out here, right? You have to appreciate that. That gives you a bit more. In the long term, that adds up. When you take, I don't know, 15 trades per day or 10 or whatever this is. So then, back to 3 minutes. This is very rare. That's why I will not mark it fully like this. I will mark it green. As I said, it's also really clean. Striking off the MA into the channel again. You got outside. Did not close outside, obviously. But pushing higher. see how far this extends? Holy crap. First entry, second entry. But you see there's no room at all. How can you get out here? You can maybe scalp a little bit if you want, but I don't take those. Let's zoom in. Here, I would not take this, not off DMA, so when it's a first entry, I only take them in a perfect context. And here, as I said, when we zoomed in on the 1 minute, we saw the break here. But I would take this, but I would not take this. We saw the break, then we have to be careful now, because it's been such a long run in the same trend channel. It's in the end of it. But we do see break new high, overshoot. That's the new high, so it's so overextended. This I would, if this would be if there would be a bearish bar here, I would take a failed second entry. Failed second entry long here. But that's the end of the day. It was a pretty good day overall. Lots of, like, you see in these greens, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4. Wait, yeah, 4 like clean trades. So not the best day, but the day looks juicier. There's a range. There's a this thing. All right, so I will end the video here. See you tomorrow, guys. Good luck in your trading. Bye bye.